Hi everybody, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct and welcome to our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to give you an in-depth review of the Golden Technologies Buzzaround EX, also known as the Buzzaround Extreme or model number GB148, which is specific to the four-wheel configuration. You can get this same scooter in a three-wheel configuration, which will give you a better turning ability, and it's a little bit lighter. But we're going to go over the four-wheel version. Before we get started with the video, I just want to mention two quick things. Number one, if you want a copy of our free product catalog, just go to our website, www.mobilitydirect.com, click on the green button at the top of every page that says free catalog, fill out the simple short form, and you'll get one in the mail within 1 to 2 weeks tops. I also want to say that if you just hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, you're automatically going to get entered into our monthly giveaway. That's right, we give away a free powered mobility product once a month to a random subscriber. So if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that button, subscribe, you could be the next lucky winner. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started with this video. I'm going to go over a few of the specifications while we walk around this beautiful scooter and talk about it a little bit. The maximum weight capacity on the Extreme is 350 pounds. And the top speed is 5 miles per hour. You can go a total of 18 miles on a full charge. It also has a 4-inch ground clearance, and the four-wheel version has a 56-inch turning radius, which is basically the amount of space you need to make a U-turn. With the three-wheel version, it's a 42-inch turning radius, so if you're in a tight space, it might be better to go with the three-wheel version. However, the four-wheel version is going to be a bit more stable for off-road, and in general, it's just going to be a little more stable. You can get this scooter in the color red or blue. It has a 90 amp dynamic R series controller. The overall length is 44 inches. The overall width is 22 inches. And the seat to ground height is 22 3/4 inches. You can adjust the seat height and get it as high as 24.75 inches. Now the weight of this unit fully assembled is 155 pounds. However, it breaks down into 6 convenient pieces, which makes it extremely easy to transport in the trunk of a car, SUV, or in the back of a truck. The heaviest piece is going to weigh 53 pounds, and that's the front half. The rear half, when it's broken down, weighs 30 pounds, and the seat weighs about 23 pounds. The battery pack, it's about 24 pounds each pack. There's 2 battery packs, and I'll show you how to take it apart. We'll talk about that a little bit more. It has front tires that are puncture-proof, flat-free 9-inch tires on the front and the rear. And it has anti-tips in the rear as well. The seat is 18 inches wide by 16 inches deep. And this scooter comes with a lifetime limited warranty on the frame, 2 years on the drivetrain and the electronics, and 1 year on the battery. Golden Technologies is a great manufacturing company. So if you need to file a warranty claim or you need to get parts, it's going to be fast. It's going to be expedited, and we regularly carry parts, so if you need them, give our non-commissioned sales experts a call, or if you want to learn more about this product, they'll be happy to take your call. So let's get into it. Starting from the top here, we're looking at the tiller assembly, or if you want to call it the handlebar assembly, the steering control dash area. It's a pretty straightforward setup here. It's very, very easy to use. So we've got the key here. Put the key in the ignition, give it a little half turn or quarter turn to the right clockwise, and you're going to notice that the battery meter lights up. So your unit's on now. And these lights start to turn off one at a time as your battery starts to drain. You want to usually start charging it when it's about halfway down. Don't ever let it get to the red. If you do too often, your batteries aren't going to last as long. You should get about 2 to 3 years out of your batteries if you're not using it very regularly. If you're using it every day, you'll probably at most get about 2 years on the batteries. Underneath the battery meter itself, we have what's known as a speed control knob, also known as a potentiometer, which will limit your top speed. So I recommend starting off slow if you've never used a scooter before, so that you can get used to the torque and the controls. And that again is the speed control knob. All the way counterclockwise is the slowest setting towards the turtle. All the way clockwise towards the hare is the fastest setting. So I'm going to put it in the middle and show you how the throttle system works. These tiller assemblies or steering assemblies are known as a delta tiller assembly, which means you can control it with one hand. On the right, you can pull back with even one finger to go forward, or push forward to go backwards. Now, if you're left-handed, no problem. the controllers are inverted in the left hand, so if you push forward, it's going to go forward. If you pull back, it's going to go back. Now they are throttle sensitive, so if you want to go real slow, even if you have the speed all the way up, you just gently push forward on that throttle and it's going to go slow. If you start pushing all the way forward, it's going to take off full speed. And again, with the left hand, you can also pull back to go backwards. So single-handed use, very easy to use. Underneath the ignition, you have a button for the horn. And then as we work our way down, on the left side here, we have a little cover with a lightning bolt, and that is the cover for the charging port to charge the battery. You have a little 3-pin barrel connector that plugs right in there, and that's how you charge your battery. Now on the other side, there's a switch. If you turn that switch on, which is the side with the little dot there, it's going to turn on the lights in the front. There are the lights, so you can illuminate the path in front of you if you need to. And as we work our way down, that pretty much is going to sum up the tiller assembly. We have a basket. Now this basket is a pretty large basket, and to remove it, it's really simple. You just pick straight up. There's 3 sets of hooks and 3 holes on the back of the basket itself. Line up the hooks with the holes and just give it a little push downwards and it's going to lock right into place. Very easy to do. Now working our way down the steering column, you can see this knob here, which if you loosen it, it's going to allow you to tilt the steering assembly or tiller assembly either closer to the user or further away from the user. So I'm going to move the camera angle here to show you how I'm swaying the steering assembly further away and closer to the seat. So depending on your comfort, you can adjust that tilt angle with this tilt adjust knob down here. Now working our way down, again we have the flat free tires. On this unit it does have coilover suspension on both the front and the rear. And this little knob right here is used to lock the steering. And that's going to make sense when I take apart the scooter, I'll show you. But if you can't turn, it's because it's locked, which means this has been pushed in and rotated slightly clockwise about 1/4 of the way. So if you can't turn, just push in, go counterclockwise 1/4 of the way, and you'll turn. We'll go back to that in a sec when we start taking the scooter apart. And that's what makes this scooter really convenient. So it's one of the only scooters really out there that can hold 350 pounds and still come apart to where you can break it down and put it in the trunk of a small car or SUV. Now, we'll get there, but let's move down here to the battery pack. It's got 2 different battery packs, and on the front of the right side, there's a circuit breaker button. So if the motor turns off due to overusing the motor, if you're going up hills too much, exceeding the weight capacity, or if you get hung up on a big tree root, you might turn, the scooter might turn off as a safety measure to protect the motor from overheating or the controller, and that button will be popped out. Just push it, it might be able to restart your unit. In most cases, that's what causes the units to shut down when you're stressing the motor out. Now moving our way back, well, also one other thing, the foot area here, it's pretty spacious. However, on the 3-wheel model, you don't have these wheel wells that you're forced to put your feet on. So if you've got big feet, long legs, the 3-wheel version might be a little better for you because it doesn't have this entire plastic assembly here that's covering the wheels. Instead, you're going to have a real narrow kind of centerpiece here, and the footrest is going to extend forward since there's only 1 wheel in the front, giving you more foot space. And I'll just give you an idea. We have a 3-wheel scooter right here, different model, but as you can see, there's no wheel wells, and this extra space here extends past towards the front where the wheel wells would be on the 4-wheel version, giving you more foot space. So you might want to consider that. And we do have another video of the 3-wheel version, which you can see. Just go to our playlist or check the link in the description below. So working our way back from the bottom, before we get to the seat, I want to show you the rear. You can see the yellow coils for the suspension in the rear. Nice big coils here, making that ride extra smooth and helping that weight capacity get up to 350 pounds. You've got anti-tip wheels. You've got some reflective material on the back, and what's really cool is it has a light as well on the back. Now this yellow lever is really important. You really need to know what this is used for. So you see the little sticker here for the D and then the N. D is drive mode. So this scooter will not work unless this lever is in the drive position. The moment you move this forward into the neutral position, your scooter is going to start to beep and it won't work. So you hear it beeping now. And basically it's telling you with that 5 beep code sequence that your brake lever is not in the drive position. So if you need to push your scooter manually, let's say the battery dies, you can put this in the neutral position and you can push the scooter manually. When it's in drive mode, it's not going to move manually. It's locked. The brakes are always engaged until you hit the throttle. Then the brakes are temporarily released until you let go of the throttle. And that's a safety measure because if you run out of battery on a steep incline, you would roll down that hill uncontrollably unless your brakes were always locked. And that's one of the safety features here. So just make sure that your scooter is always in the drive position unless you need to push it manually. And if it's beeping because it was in the neutral position, you just have to turn the scooter off, put it in the drive position, turn it back on, it's going to work just fine. Working our way up here on the seat, you'll notice that there is a hitch receiver port here. You can take this cap off and you can install a cage style basket, oxygen tank holder, walker holder, cane holder. Lots of universal accessories are out there that you can purchase, and that's what that hitch receiver is for. It's kind of like a hitch receiver on the back of a truck to pull a trailer, only it's for a scooter and it's used for accessories to transport different medical devices or, like I said, a rear basket. Now the armrests on this seat do flip up, so if you needed to get in and out of the seat and you wanted to make it a little easier, you could flip the armrests up, get them out of the way, and you can make it even easier by rotating the seat to the side. And I'm going to give you a demo of that. So with the armrests up, we're going to back up here and give you a bigger view. Some people, depending on their mobility, it's easier to have the seat facing left or right, so you can fall back into it while on the floor, bring the armrest down, grab this rotation lever right here. That's what allows you to rotate the seat. And I'm going to show you that you can actually rotate the seat 360 degrees. So if you wanted to back up to a table, to eat on a table without having the steering column and the handlebar assembly in front of you, you can back up to a dinner table, have the seat facing the rear of the scooter, and eat your meal without having that handlebar assembly in front of you. When you're ready, you can rotate the seat to face forward and be on your way. Again, that's all controlled with this lever on the right side. You can move this lever to the other side, but it is a pretty lengthy process. We do have a video showing you how to do it for a different model, but it's pretty much the same principle. So as I said, 360 degrees of rotation range, and it locks into position in 4 or 5 different angles. Now, aside from having the armrests that flip up, the rotation lever, you can also adjust the width between the armrests. So if we go back here, you're going to see these little hand knobs. You don't need a tool. You just rotate it counterclockwise. And then you can either bring the armrest closer or further away and then lock it into position depending on your preference. Pretty neat. Now on the seat, you do have a pouch in the back, so you can put your charger there if you want to. And we're going to show you now how to take the scooter apart, which is one of the most impressive features here of this scooter. Again, it's one of the only scooters with a 350-pound weight capacity that comes apart. And the process is pretty straightforward. First, flip down the backrest, pick up the scooter seat by putting one hand underneath in the front, one hand underneath in the back. Usually I grab that hitch receiver and pick straight up. Avoid tilting in any direction while you're picking up, or else it'll seem like the seat is stuck. And that's because there's a post male connector and a female connector, which is kind of like a rubber inside there. So if this bar is trying to come out while you're tilted, it's going to seem like it's stuck. So now that we have the seat off, the next step would simply be to remove each battery pack. So you grab it by the handle, pick straight up, there's really nothing to it. And there you have it, the batteries are now removed. Inside of these cases are 12-volt batteries. And you basically just drop them back in when you're ready to connect them. There's really nothing to it. The convenient handle makes it really easy to work with. So now I'm going to remove the basket, like we showed you earlier. Just pick straight up. And at this point, I'm going to rotate this tilt adjust knob to where it's loose enough so that I can lower the tiller assembly all the way down about to where there's an inch of space or two between this and the tiller assembly. You don't want it resting down there. You don't want to scratch the nice colored shroud there, and then tighten it back up so that it's resting, like I said, about an inch or two up. Now at this point, if you were to continue disassembling it, I'll show you that in a second, but you'll notice that this handlebar can swing around freely. So if you have it in the trunk of your car, it could potentially damage the handlebar assembly or scratch it. So to avoid that, you just use this tiller lock that we were talking about earlier that prevents you from turning the handlebar. So we'll lock it by pushing in, giving it a quarter of the turn to the right, and now it's locked. So when you take turns and this is in the trunk of your car, it's not going to swing around loosely and potentially damage or scratch the tiller assembly. At this point, the next step is to just remove the front half, which it contains the steering assembly, the tiller assembly, and the platform and the front wheels. So I like to grab with one hand on the seat post right here. By the way, you can lower this or bring it up by removing the nut and the bolt here, and that's going to give you a little bit of a height adjustment on the seat. Now I'm going to grab with the seat post with my right hand, grab this lever with my left hand and pick straight up on both, and there you have it. Scooter's fully disassembled. Again, the heaviest piece when fully disassembled is going to be the front half, weighing 53 pounds. All right, so when you're getting ready to remove or detach the front half from the rear half, I like to put one hand here on the seat post, one hand here where the light is. That's actually a lever. So you lift that up and lift up here, and the front half detaches from the rear half. Again, I just wanted to show you that one more time. We're going to show you how to put it back together, but it's important to pay attention to these red stickers. There's 4 red stickers, 2 on the front, there and there, 2 on the back, there and there. Now on the back, it's kind of like a U-shaped hook on each side, and that's where you're going to want to line up the other red stickers from the front and let it kind of fall right into that hook. So I'm going to line it up and then just kind of let it drop into place. You might have to reposition the rear. If it's not perfectly straight, it might not fall in. But once it's in, that's it. I'm going to show you one more time from a little bit further away just how easy that was. Got my red sticker here and my red sticker in the back where the hook is. I'm lining it up and literally just letting it fall into place. It's that easy. And the next step would be to just rotate this tiller adjustment knob counterclockwise, bring the handlebar assembly all the way up. At this point, you can start bringing the batteries back in. All right, so at this point, I'm going to grab my battery packs. You can put either one in. Just make sure that they're seated all the way in. You might have to wiggle them a little bit. Make sure that they're flush. Both of them look like they're at the same height, and that's it. They're both in. At this point, you can grab the seat. I like to tilt the seat to where it's perpendicular so I can line up that male connection with the female and then start to tilt the seat and level it out. It'll eventually fall into place, and you'll know it's in when it doesn't rotate freely. Again, if you want to rotate, you got to use that rotation lever on the right side. So we know it's in. And we're almost done. At this point, I'm just going to put the basket back on, and we're good to go. The scooter is ready to go again. Again, this is the Buzzaround Extreme. Honestly, one of the best scooters for going off-road that can hold 350 pounds, has suspension, price point that won't break the bank. I love this scooter, but keep in mind, Golden Technologies makes a ton of other really awesome scooters for different applications. I encourage you to check out our YouTube channel to learn more about them, or call our non-commissioned sales experts anytime. They'll be happy to answer any questions that you have about our products. Again, I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.
Before you go, please don't forget to visit our website, mobilitydirect.com, and click on the green button that says Free Catalog to claim your very own free catalog. Just fill out the short form and it should get to you in about a week or 2 max. I just want to take this time to personally thank each and every one of you for watching this video. We couldn't do it without our subscribers. So if you like our content, please go to YouTube, search for Mobility Direct, and subscribe to our channel. You can enable notifications. That way you'll get notified whenever we release new videos. We're constantly making great videos. We have tons of playlists that range from repair videos, unboxing videos, research and development, and much, much more. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and ask any questions in the comments section below. We love hearing from our audience, whether it's feedback, comments, or suggestions for a new video topic. We love hearing from you. None of this could be done without our loyal audience. We hope to hear from you. Thanks for watching again. Have a great day.